Scott Harden, and you're back with Red Carpet HD, and we're live here at the Ella Awards honoring Herb Alpert and Lonnie Hall for their achievements in music and in life. They have given so much to the world, and so we're so glad to be covering this tonight to give you the brightest and the best on Herb Alpert and Lonnie Hall. Stay live and stay tuned. I've got Herb Alpert and Lonnie Hall right here. This is their night as we are honoring them here for the Ella Awards. Herb, good to see you again. Very good. I want to know what you are most passionate about in life. We're here on the World Wide Web. What brings you most passion?
Making music, painting, and sculpting, and above all that is I married an angel, my wife, Lonnie Hall.
Yes, indeed. Last question. Eco-conscious living has swept across the world, and I know it's a big focus. You're wearing a beautiful green shirt today. What would you like to say to the World Wide Web out there, the viewers out there? What would you like them to do to take one step at preserving our planet? What would you like them to do?
Well, I think we all should get educated and really recognize that we're in trouble, and we all should do our part. That's about all I can say.
Thanks, Herb.
Hi, I'm Ethan Bortnick, and you're on Red Carpet HD.
I'm laughing because, you know what, Ethan? I got the exclusive. Nobody else got the red carpet interview with you tonight except for me. How cool is that?
Cool.
Can we laugh? He did it for me. So, welcome to Los Angeles. Welcome to Hollywood.
Thank you.
Are you having fun yet?
A lot.
A lot, yeah. Well, tell them how much fun you had today on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno.
I had a lot of fun, and I was cracking up. He was so funny, and I just had a great time there.
So, what are you doing tonight? You're here with the Ella Awards, Herb Alpert, Lonnie Hall, and some amazing musicians who've been around for many years. What are you doing tonight?
Just playing the piano.
Yeah. just kind of playing the piano. If you haven't checked Ethan out before, you can definitely see him on YouTube, right, Ethan?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And your website too?
Website? Yeah.
Yep. And TV too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell them out there in the World Wide Web the name of your album?
By me, Ethan Bortnick.
Yes, absolutely. And what's your most favorite song that you're playing year to date?
I don't really know.
No, you don't know? It's okay, you play a lot of good songs.
Thank you.
Can you tell us what you're playing tonight?
I'm playing a jazz piece, Bill Evans, and I'm playing I Will Survive.
No way. Way. Can you say way?
Way.
Way. When I say no way, you're supposed to say way.
Oh.
You know, when I was in Miami with Ethan, and I'll just wrap this up by saying, I found out that Pokemon is one of your most favorite things to play with. Is that right?
I love that.
Yes. And how many cards is there in Pokemon?
I don't know,
No?
but a lot.
There's a lot. There's a lot. Okay, well, stay live, stay tuned, keep your eyes on Ethan Bortnick, and we're on Red Carpet HD. I am with my two most favorite ladies here on the red carpet. We have got Kat and Karen Kramer, and they've got a lot to tell you. So stay live and stay tuned. Kat.
How are you?
Very good. You look lovely.
Thank you. I haven't seen you since the Perry Twins record release party, I think.
Yes, that was a
West
little different. Yeah, on the other side of Hollywood, there is a place called West Hollywood where we were having fun that night. That was great.
It was really fun.
So tell
Yeah.
us about your event that you just had and what's ahead.
Well, Scott, it was pretty awesome. I'm still getting a lot of accolades from it, I have to say. It was really off the hook for me because I had no idea how it was going to turn out, but I wanted to launch my own screening series at the Stanley Kramer Theater at the Sunset Gower Studios, my dad's theater, but I decided not to run his movies. I wanted to start a screening series using the theater, which has all that history because it used to be the old Columbia where he made a lot of his movies and a lot of classics were made, but I wanted to utilize the beautiful screening room to have modern movies, I think, that have also followed in his footsteps, movies that have made statements or made us think or influenced us in some way, and honor the film and then have a panel or a salon in the beginning before we even screen the movie with a little party where we have guest speakers who are able to reflect on the film and how it relates today and have an issue that's happening currently that correlates to the film. So it's called Films That Changed the World, and that's changed, not changing, but changed, like past tense. And we had the 25th anniversary of Yentl, the Barbra Streisand's masterpiece. And we had Alan and Marilyn Bergman representing the film, and Marilyn spoke about, you know, what it was like for Barbra to make the movie, being a woman, the struggle she had, and Marilyn spoke about her music, that she and Alan, they were the only Oscar that the movie won for Best Score, and, you know, the influence of her being a woman also, and what the movie meant to her. And then we had Bonnie Abounza from Participant Media and Emmanuelle Chiriki, the actress, who I'm sure you know, both speaking on behalf of women of the Congo. And that was the issue I decided to highlight, because it's really something that the media doesn't focus on, and women are being murdered and raped every day in the Congo just for being women. So it's a gender thing. It correlated with the film, where Yentl had to disguise herself as a male to study. They have to hide the fact that they're women just to stay alive. So it really made a big impression on the audience, and we got a lot of donations that day, and people said it changed their lives. It accomplished everything I wanted to do. So, but it was women only. There were only a couple guys in attendance. It was a women's empowerment event. But I can promise you the next one will be more male-oriented, so you'll for sure be invited.
I have to say that she's not only empowered me to visit the Stanley Kramer Theater, but she's empowered you too. Most recently, there was a slew of Twilight stars, and as you know, Twilight has become a huge hit, a big success. As you know, there's going to be New Moon coming out next year, and they just had a big independent film festival. I don't know if you knew this, about a week ago, and I was invited down, and they said the Stanley Kramer Theater. And I said, well, I know these ladies, and I know how much work and effort has went into making this such a success for you. Congratulations, Karen.
Thank you. Well, I actually decorated that lobby, and I found the room, and I went to the owner of Sunset Gower Studios, and Mr. Howard Stern, and I said, look, we're going to commemorate Stanley's, at least 5 films of Stanley's, called the Stanley Kramer Film Collection for Sony. And these films were actually shot on the Columbia lot, which of course is now Sunset Gower. And I said, so could we do something to commemorate the opening of this Stanley Kramer Film Collection along with the studio? And he said, make your pick. So I found this little screening room that was really in bad repair, needed a lot of work. And in 3 months, we put the Stanley Kramer Theater together. I'm very proud of it. I think it's a beautiful lobby, intimate, lovely place. And then we had a lovely luncheon out on the Writers Guild terrace of that little, I guess what would you call that, little patio garden, I guess it would be.
Actually, all the writers used to in the 40s and 50s. There was a story that he said, I don't hear you writing. I forgot who it was.
Harry Coney would say, I don't hear you typing, get to work. So it's a very historical garden, and we had a lovely opening there. And then, of course, that's where Catherine does her Cat Kramer's Films That Changed the World. So in the Stanley Kramer screening room. So terrific.
You have both changed the world in the way we look at film in cinema today. Yes, and absolutely not.
Just to say, I'm still doing my duet with Mick. I mean,
Okay.
I haven't given that up. There's big news coming around with that and Gemstone, so you'll be sure to be the first to hear about it.
Thank you. Well, we definitely are going to get an exclusive on that. Now that we're here on Red Carpet HD on YouTube, you're going to see high definition broadcast quality on YouTube, and that's what this program is based upon. So stay live and stay tuned and keep your eyes on Kat and Karen Kramer in the Stanley Kramer Theater in Hollywood.